Hello, my name is Yuri. I am a first-year undergraduate student at Princeton University, planning on majoring in music. I am a composer and I decided to come here to understand the world better in order to acquire a more colorful palette for my compositions. And during my 2 semesters here, I learned how incredibly lively, rich, and special the music scene at Princeton is. Here's me explaining that I know stuff, but I don't know stuff because I'm only a freshman, but I have good information to at least make an overview video. So if you want music as your major, minor, or just in your college life, this is a video for you. Woo! From Whitman, my res college, a short walk away is one of the 2 main music buildings on campus, Effron Music Building. They say the practice rooms and teaching studios are suspended from the roof structure to assure sound isolation. Look how gorgeous it is. Woo! Effron is part of Lewis Arts Complex, which is a home for theater, dance, arts, and music. I swear, Effron has such a unique smell. Is it just me? No, I don't think so. On the left is Lee Jazz Studio. If you like jazz, you might find yourself there playing. On the second floor is a little study space and a printer. And on the 3rd floor is where all the magic and grinding happens. The practice rooms. Oh yeah, the elevator works just fine if you don't want to take the stairs like me. I have my weekly violin lessons here. Instrumental or vocal studio lessons with faculty are very accessible. It's 10 lessons, either 30 or 60 minutes, you choose, and an informal studio class performance each semester. And the faculty are so kind and understanding. Each room has everything you need: a stand, Steinway, chair, window, and a mirror for your little pep talk. Downstairs we find the Lewis Center of the Arts Forum, and to the left is the Lee Music Performance and Rehearsal Room, where ensembles like the Orchestra rehearses. Also, check out Trenton Arts at Princeton, which is a great volunteer opportunity for you to help out Trenton students with singing or playing an instrument, etc. on Saturdays. Moving on to Woolworth. This building is more central campus. It has a few practice rooms, but mainly classrooms. We're overlooking McAlpin Hall, where choral ensembles rehearse. More on that later. Here are the classrooms, and Mendel Music Library we will visit in a second. Downstairs. Oh, hi Robert. How are you? Woo! I dropped my violin. Downstairs, you'll find the entrance to McAlpin Hall on the left. And hello, you're in it again. That's crazy. What? No windows or floating wooden boxes, but the essential items are still here in these practice rooms. Now, Mendel Music Library. There are more study spaces. It's very calming. And then you go upstairs and you find score after score of beautiful music that exists in today's world. It feels like I'm playing Minecraft. It's very easy to check out books anytime you'd like. There are also biographical books on composers and other important musicians in this section. Looking over the Woolworth lobby. Here is the gorgeous Richardson Auditorium, and now let's talk about some ensembles on campus. Starting with the 2 music department orchestras, Princeton University Orchestra and Sinfonia, conducted by Michael Pratt and Ruth Ox. PUO meets 3 times a week, about 6 hours total, and Sinfonia meets twice a week, about 4 hours total. Realistically, concert week is a little rough managing time with the extra rehearsals, but every performance has been really worth it. This academic year, PUO had 4 concerts. 2 of them was a collaboration with the Princeton University Glee Club. Let's hear more about the Glee Club from my dear friend and Glee president, Jenia.
The Glee Club is Princeton's oldest, and it's a primary choir that's focused mainly in the choral traditions, although we definitely try to branch out and try lots of different things. It's been around since Ulysses S. Grant was president of the United States, which is crazy. 150 years is coming up this upcoming fall, which is very exciting.
You're watching a valuable lesson I learned this year, which is don't struggle. Don't try to reach, just slide the existing poster up. Thanks, Mike. Also, being a GLE officer, fulfilling your duties, and building relationships is so rewarding. I'm in charge of publicity via social media and emails. Here's the chapel where the chamber choir performs. Chamber is a smaller ensemble than glee that tackles advanced music. There's also the chapel choir, which is a different commitment and you get paid singing in it. Back to instrumentalists. If you enjoy chamber music, consider auditioning for Opus. This student-run group divides its members into various chamber ensembles and performs both traditional and contemporary repertoire every semester. Some musicians only play in Opus since rehearsals are flexible, and others play in both Opus and a music department orchestra. I recently wrote them a piece called Tamago Tango, Egg Tango. I love eggs. And it was a pleasure performing with Miriam and Allison on violin. This piece is dedicated to Emmanuel Trifilio, an important musical figure in my life and phenomenal bandoneon player who taught me the art of tango music. And you can check out more of my compositions on composeryuri.com. Now, if you're a theater kid, consider Princeton University players. Let me welcome back Jenya to explain PUP.
PUP, or the Princeton University Players, is Princeton's student-led musical theater troupe. So it's entirely student-run. There's the Blue Center for the Arts, which also puts on theatrical productions every year, some of which are student-directed or student music directed, and which students use as their theses or their independent work. But it's all faculty related in some capacity. So PUP is the only company that does pure musical theater without any faculty involvement whatsoever. So we have a board that is like a fixed board that is re-elected every year. But other than that, it's really mixed membership. So you can first audition for different shows, and you can be a part of one show but not be affiliated with PUP in any other way. And the shows are selected every year based on what students propose to direct. And so it's a really wonderful and fluid community.
If acting isn't your calling but you love singing,
you better shop around.
Acapella! There's a pretty big acapella scene on campus where groups often have arch sings, where they sing under the beautiful Blair Arch. You can audition for groups at the beginning of each semester. I'm in a classical vocal consort called Decem, where we deliver crunchy harmonies and beautiful lines. It's rehearsal-wise less intense than other a cappella groups, but we have an equally welcoming and fun vibe. Now let's hear about starting your own band.
Hello, I'm Chris,
I'm Tucson.
and we're in a band. Could you tell us more about your orchestra music?
I actually can't.
Flipping personalities. I write for Sinfonia. They're very kind, and they're about to premiere my second with them, which is fun. We have a band called Strawberry Milk.
Strawberry Milk, indeed.
Yeah. Well, how would you characterize the band's music?
I
would.
I wouldn't.
This guy, like, there were some people who auditioned for Pure, the rock ensemble, who didn't get in, and this man, like, emailed them, and he was like, I thought you were pretty good, and they formed a band, and then I joined later on, but they were just kind of jamming out, and then we got a few gigs and started writing songs, and then people enjoyed what we were doing, so we just kept doing it.
Speaking of bands, there's also a marching band, and each semester, during the final exam grind, they march into the Firestone Library and perform for us to make us feel better about ourselves. Yay! As a prospective music major with distribution requirements to complete, about 20 to 40% of classes each semester was music for me during freshman year, the rest being other subjects of life. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays were the busiest days for me due to orchestra and choir rehearsals. So a tip, not just for musicians but for everyone participating in extracurricular activities, really take advantage of the little chunks of time in between classes, because the worst feeling is getting out of your last commitment of the day at 9 p.m. and realizing you haven't finished any assignments. I'm so grateful to the wonderful directors, conductors, and faculty members of the music department I've already met. Wow, it was a very exciting and memorable year thanks to them. Now, as we come to the end of this video, I have two pieces of advice for future Princeton students. 1. Take advantage of the Garden Theater. Every Friday and Saturday night, they have free movies and popcorn and drink. Free! And 2, you'll probably hear the Princeton alma mater a lot, Old Nassau. And it doesn't hurt to see the lyrics now, because you will encounter it a lot, and it's more fun to know the lyrics and sing along. If you're still wondering, why do music at Princeton? It's because it allows us to stay in touch with the world. In the words of my previous composition teacher at Juilliard, music is not just entertainment, it is a communication business.